Well, folks, we have a good one here for you. We have the King battle, I like to call it.
Yeah, the king of pop and the king of rock and roll. Is that what it is?
Yeah. You got Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley. The epic rap battles of history. Now, let me tell you this.
Do you have a favorite before we watch it?
I would have to say, and you might hate me for it, people might hate me for it, but I'm an Elvis fan. I have to go with Elvis for the simple fact is, Elvis to me is like the GOAT, greatest of all times. He's just like Muhammad. And these are my criterias. When Muhammad was fighting, what he used to do is come out there so fast and he would just overwhelm people. Fast on his feet, good hard hitting, so he did his thing. And when he got too old, he couldn't do that anymore, so he had to switch up his game. So what he did was when he came back, he came with the rope-a-dope. So he said, I can't catch him, I got to bring him to me. So he came with the rope-a-dope, and then he was stinging him. Still had the power, he just ain't had the leg speed to catch up with nobody. So that's what created the GOAT, per se, as Muhammad, because normally fighters, they fight and they don't never change their style. They take it as far as they could, and that's it. Now, when it comes to this, what we're doing now, you have Michael Jackson. He did his thing and did the moonwalk and he did all that. But that was pretty much Mike from the beginning. From dancing, work it down. Remember Dance Machine?
Dancing Machine. I remember
That's one of my favorite ones. But that was Mike from the beginning all the way up to his death. But with Elvis started off with, biting black folks, dancing stuff. We all know that, and he acknowledged it.
He stole all his stuff from Little Richard, by the way.
And he did his dancing. He only knew that's how good he was. He only knew 2 or 3 chords on the guitar, but people thought he knew how to play the guitar. But he only knew a couple of strings to sing his songs. And what he did was, he started off with all the dancing, doing the hips, gyrating and everything. Everybody said, oh, he's a dancer and everything. But then as he got older and the belly started coming, he couldn't do that anymore. So he had to reinvent himself. So he became more of a standalone singer. And then he incorporated karate. That's why he started doing all the little karate moves in his singing later on in his life. But he reinvented himself. He went from, people didn't expect him to keep doing those dances he did when he was younger, even though he only died when he was like 40-some years old. But they knew that he was getting older, and he just was a guy that come out and just sing to you and do a little kung fu moves and stuff like that. But he didn't do what he did when he first came in the game, dancing all over, and shaking and all that stuff. So that's why I call him the GOAT, because he switched up and still kept his following. And even till this day, he been dead since '77, and everybody still know who Elvis is. Granted, Mike just died, some years back. But the thing is, Mike toured all over the world. He made millions and billions of dollars.
That's the GOAT.
But Elvis also made millions of dollars and still making billions of dollars. And he never left the United States. He did all that here. He never left. And the reason why is because his manager had some kind of law, he had some kind of record where he couldn't leave the States or something like that. And so he told Elvis, I can make you just as much money in the States as that you can if you're overseas. He said, well, if you could do that, you could stay my manager. So that's why he pushed Elvis so much in the States. But you got to realize Elvis never performed. You don't see no footage of him in Germany.
No, we don't.
In England and Japan, because only when he went in the military, and that was pretty much it. So that's why I say Elvis is good, because he did all that and never left the States. Now, what you got, man?
Oh, gosh. My criteria is quite different than Gary's criteria, ladies and gentlemen. I say the greatest of all time is because you do go around the world. You travel around the world. You meet people. And even still today, many of the Asian community are adopting Michael Jackson's style of music. Hence, BTS. And the type of different music that they all loved. Michael Jackson owned a lot of different things about his own music. He did music videos on MTV that was just phenomenal, that nobody had ever could imagine. Presley did not do that. And so there was just a little bit more. Well, I have to get, Michael Jackson could dance a circle around Presley anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah, he could.
And then, well, and to add more, I guess, more power to my viewpoint, Little Richard at the Grammy said, "I'm the greatest of all time, because the Grammy belongs to me because Elvis Presley stole everything from me." So that's a little bit of a dig by Little Richard, but he's probably right. And so I'm going to give the greatest of all time to Michael Jackson. Now, in this battle, I can't determine who's going to win this battle. I'm leaning towards Michael Jackson, but let's get to the video.
Let you marry my daughter because I knew you'd never bang her. You think you're tough? Man, you look like Tootie. I was better than you in my Blue Hawaii movie. You lost your damn mom, that's why they cast you in the whiz. Like a sad white woman who never got to be a kid. Queer Willie. Later, weirdo. Elvis is leaving the building. Hey, yeah! Hey, stars!
Okay, I think the haymakers were about even, don't you think?
I think it was about even. One thing I do enjoy though is that it went from Mike being young and then went up to
yeah.
And then Elvis went from, like I said, you know, him doing his blue suede shoes, and he went up to
right.
But I would have to say, if I have to give the edge, I would have to give the edge to Mike on this.
I would have to give the edge to Michael if it was even, but I'd give a slight edge to Michael on that one.
And the reason I give it to him is because when he was a kid, he had some good hits, and then when he came up big, he had some more good hits.
Yep.
When Elvis came on, Elvis kind of started off slow a little bit, you know, and then he came back and tried to do something. But by then it was too late for me.
Yeah, it was probably too late because he started stealing all the stuff.
But yeah, he had some good ones too, though. But I have to give this one to Mike, man. What do you say?
I think I give the edge to Mike too. Yeah.
But we both agree on that one.
But they were throwing haymakers. But
just on this,
yeah, just
we
on
agree.
That. Yeah, we.
Other than that, Elvis,
Elvis, the king, did not win this one. The king of pop won this one.
Yes, he did. Well, that is it for the FnG Show.
The FnG Show.
We'll see you next time.
Next time.
And we are out.
Out.